Ariel, my day ones, LaMonica. Thank you. What's up?
Chris, we can sit here and come up with any adjective to describe your feelings, but
There was something in here? There was nothing on that in the octagon. They gave me with nothing in it. I guess there was something in this. That sucked. I feel the Monster Energy was good. Whose backwash was this?
could have been Volante.
Please don't tell me someone's dipping. That happened to me at a party once, and if I smell dip, I throw up.
Aside from the surprise of the monster, what's the feeling for you after this fight?
Indescribable, man. It just made me think, because I was just asked a question on the way over here, what it was like to get a W in Nassau Coliseum. Obviously, she was saying that you came here as an Islander fan when you were a little kid, and I used to wait outside for the athletes, for the Islanders, autographs, and my whole life, my godmother, one of my mom's best friends, had got me a gift where it was fabricated, it was fake, but it had the whole Nassau Coliseum with the crowd going crazy. And on the Jumbotron, it says, "The Islanders welcome Chris Weidman." It was fake, but it was in my room since I was a little kid. And obviously, to be here tonight, I think my name was probably on the Jumbotron a couple of times. This is a surreal feeling, a moment I could have never imagined. So this is an indescribable moment. This feels like I won a championship. Coming off of some losses, I had to bite my lip, bite my tongue. I didn't want my words doing the talking. I wanted to come out here and prove myself, do what all my coaches believed I could do, and to come out here and do it is what I needed to do.
During the fight, you had almost 12,000 people screaming, "Let's go Weidman."
Did I?
During the fight, do you hear that? Obviously you're focused on something else, but...
I think the experience of fighting in New York now a couple times really helped me. The other fights, I really wanted to take in the moment and enjoy it as I was doing my walkout and suck the energy from the crowd. This time I was like, as much as I love my Long Islanders, I got to walk to the octagon, I got to do my job, and then afterwards I'm going to pour my heart out to you guys because I love them so much. But on my way out there, I wasn't slapping hands. I was focused. I was going to stay relaxed and composed. And afterwards, I was going to be celebrating, and that's what happened.
Yeah, that was probably the most excited I think any of us has really ever seen you after a fight, even after you won the title. I mean, you were probably...
Bro, I did it in Nassau Coliseum. I grew up 5 minutes down the road. I passed this stadium every single day of my life. My gym is 2 minutes down the road. I went to Hofstra University. I went to Nassau Community College. I literally saw kids I went to elementary school with on the way to the octagon, and I freaking gave them all my heart on the way out. It was incredible. One of the kids, Randy Santana, I got to give him a shout out. He was a freaking stud street dude from Baldwin, and we were forced to fight multiple times when we were young kids. And out of nowhere, I haven't seen him in years, all of a sudden, he was the first dude to give me a headache from fighting. We pounded each other out, and I'm like, man, this sucks. This was like when I was in 5th and 6th grade. And all of a sudden, as I'm walking out, I see him going nuts for me. I'm like, oh, get over here, man. It was amazing.
Chris, how dangerous was it in the first round? He thinks that if he had 30 more seconds, he would have finished you.
No, I'm pretty sure I got right back up. He hit me with a shot. My legs gave out for a second, but I was composed. I was not being finished here tonight. That was not going to happen. That wasn't in the cards. I was ready to get punched in the face all night long. I was ready to get knocked off my feet. I was prepared for it all. In between rounds, I was completely fine. I focused on my breathing. I felt just as good as I felt in the beginning of the first round as I did going into the second. So obviously Kelvin is a tough dude, and he has a lot of belief in himself, but tonight wasn't going to be the night.
He said also tonight that he wants to go down to 170, that he felt the size difference. Did you feel that you were that much bigger and stronger than him when you were in there?
I feel like I'm stronger than a lot of these guys. The thing with him is he's very good. He fought Tim Kennedy, one of the best grappling guys that's been in this sport, a guy who completely crushed Michael Bisping with grappling. And Kelvin went out there and completely destroyed Tim Kennedy because he stays relaxed. You could take him down. You could be bigger and stronger than him, but he's going to keep coming back up. And he's going to stay relaxed, and then all of a sudden he's going to be back in his southpaw stance, walking forward, trying to hunt for your head. And so at no point was I saying to myself, this kid's a bum, this kid's weak, and I'm so much stronger than him, and this is a fight I'm going to run through. I was prepared for the worst. That's a tough dude. He's he's a problem at 185. He's a real problem at 170 too.
And I mean, this script is something else to break this streak here of all places. When you were dreaming of getting back on track and breaking the streak and winning, did it, in your mind, feel as good as it's feeling now, or is this even better?
Man, God had a plan for me. You know, people forget. They see these 3 losses. People forget I was 9-0. I was fighting Anderson Silva. I was fighting the best guys this sport has ever seen, one after the other, with no experience. I hit adversity when I was on the top of the world. Most people hit adversity when they're just in the beginning, they're just getting started. I hit it when everybody was watching, and everybody had comments, and everybody was doubting me. It was a tough situation to be in. The only people that believed in me, I think, is Long Island, and my family, and my coaches. And that gave me the confidence to know that I'm the best in the world. And those are the fights. Those were learning experience, and it was part of God's plan for me. Every single one of those fights was a fight that I felt like I lost on my own. And I think I came out here and did a great job and proved it tonight.
Congrats.
Chris, you fought at the Garden, but how different was it fighting here tonight?
Well, for a Long Island boy, this is the Garden. This is the historic place. This is the place that you want to perform. But it's complete. That Madison Square Garden, it was the first card ever in New York. That was a dream come true. That was one of those moments where I wanted to suck in all the energy, and I wanted to make that walk and really enjoy it, because I knew it was one of those moments you'll never get back. And that night ended up terrible for me. You know, it was a failure. I let all my New Yorkers down. And then after that last debacle and that last fight, I had to sit back and listen to people doubt me, and wait my turn to get back out here and show everybody what I'm made out of. Man, I love my wife. I love my wife. Oh, this is a tough sport, guys. This is a tough sport. You gotta have thick skin. The family has to have thick skin. Your coaches have to have thick skin. You drag your family through mud in this sport.